Hi there, my name is Bonnie and we're going to talk about an example use case on Conductor. Conductor supports a feature called as HTTP poll where you can poll an endpoint until a condition is met and then the polling completes. So this is useful when you are waiting for something to tell you that you can continue to the next step. And you only want to do that once that endpoint returns a specific value. But what if you don't have an endpoint to talk to and you want to write some custom logic to determine when you can continue to the next step? You can do that with a simple worker, and this example shows you how. So here I've defined a simple worker that does this functionality where it actually can wait until a specific condition is met and then only it proceeds to the next step. In this example, there is only one worker, so what we're going to show is how this worker waits until that particular condition is met. In this worker, it takes two parameters. One is called as poll counter and the other one is poll interval seconds. And this is just to demonstrate the functionality, and we will look at the implementation shortly. If you run this workflow with, say, an example of I want to poll this 3 times with an interval of 3 seconds each. If I would run this, I will see that workflow executes. And if I click on the output data, I'll see that the iteration is incrementing. And in this case, it's reached the second one. If I refresh, it has already reached the third one and it's complete. So what happened here is it iterated 3 times and it completed the task. And if there was subsequent tasks after this, it would progress towards that. Let's take a quick look at the implementation. So this is a standard Conductor worker. I've labeled it as poll until condition meets worker, and it's defined using the same name that we just tested out. And here what we're doing is we're leveraging the output data and retrieving how many times it has executed before. And then once that condition matches the expected number of iterations, we will mark it as completed. If it has not met the expected number of iterations, what we do is we retain the task in progress status. And then we also set a property called as callback after seconds. Now, this is the most critical piece here. What happens here is if you return a task in progress state with a value set for set callback after seconds, it will wait and reschedule the task after that certain number of seconds. So let's say you want this task to be called back after 30 seconds. You can set this value to 30 and set it as in progress. And 30 seconds later, this task will be called. This offers a lot of flexibility. You can retain a task in progress status for as long as you need to, and it'll keep checking whether it's ready to be completed. And until you decide to say it's completed, it'll keep running. So this is a way you can implement polling without having to use complex functionality like do while or anything like that. It will only have a single task and the output is going to be just one instance. So it reduces the number of tasks you will see on the workflow definition after the execution. Important things to note is that if you have a timeout setting that times out the task before this task completes, the task will get timed out. So you have to have an extended timeout based on how much you anticipate this task to remain in running state. Thank you.